Hey gang, Jackalair here, and today we are going to move into episode 3 of our modding of Skyrim and how to do it. Today we're going to take a look at animations and behaviors and what that means. So let's start out by getting everything brought back up. We're going to go into our C drive or wherever we've stored it. We're going to come down, we're going to open up Mod Organizer. And it's going to open on the other screen. So we're going to bring it over. Just to remind everybody, we've got the base game up here. We've got the vanilla visualizer. We've got that turned off because we're just going to do that for testing later on. We've got the things that we've installed, the UI, the mod, we put in Ashbringer, and we just got basic amount of stuff. Now, somebody asked, how do I sort to make everything work? This is one of the easiest ways, which is just sort this little button right here, which is sort. It sorts the plugins using loot, which loot is the, I forget what it stands for, something order. Anyways, but you push that button and it does the thing. Are you sure you want to do this? I don't, but that is a way that it will sort things over here to get them to load in the right order. We don't need to worry about that right now. But we're going to go ahead and just switch this back to downloads. So that we've got this over here. And that is what we need. So, we've recapped. We've got everything open. We're going to have a web browser. We're going to go to Nexus Mods like we've been doing. And we're going to start right here. And the basic thing we're going to start right here is this is animated potions. So what this does is that when you're running around the game world, and this is from 4 years ago now, and here's what it does. When you drink a potion, it plays an animation. And if you've got a weapon in your hand, it plays a different animation. And when we look under requirements, it's got a bunch of these. And this is the one that we are most interested in. So Power of Threes, Papyrus Extender. Papyrus is the language that Skyrim uses. So we will need both of these. The requirements are the address library. Okay, so this one first. The address library, and then needs to go here. We're doing the anniversary edition. Got that. And now we're going to get the R3 Papyrus Extender. It's going to go ahead and download here. These are not very big files, so they don't take very long. And we're going to go ahead. I'm still using the Anniversary Edition. Go ahead and turn that on. All right, so we've turned on most of the files that need to happen, except for this, which is the Fours New Idols in Skyrim SE and the Project New Reign Nemesis. The either one of these, and this is out before the latest one. There are basically 3 of them, and we'll talk about it this way. So there are animations that we want to use. So this is a new animation. But Skyrim doesn't call the animation directly. It uses what's called a behavior to call the animation. All right, editing room, Jackalair coming in here. So what I was trying to explain and didn't is that Skyrim does not directly access the animations. So Skyrim talks to the behavior file, and then the behavior file says, I'm a dog, I should animate like a dog, so I should do the dog animation. If we have a new animation that we want to put in, we need to generate a behavior file. So that's where the behavior engines come in, Pandora being the one that we're going to ultimately use. And then it's going to put it in an output file like that. So Skyrim is going to call the behavior files and this one, and then they're going to look for the animation files, and that's how it's going to work. Broadly oversimplified. Okay, so with FNIS, this modifies the behavior engine, the behaviors, to be able to call the animations. And this is was last updated in 2020, so it's been 6 years. There was an XL version which allowed more animations. Then this led to Nemesis, which is Project New Rain, Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine, and this replaced FNIS, or tried to, and basically did the same thing but did it in a different way. And then this was in 2021, and then this is the most modern one, which is the Pandora Behaviour Engine Plus. Now, some of the mods tell you that you need this, but it doesn't matter for most of them. We're just going to skip right to Pandora Behavioral Engine Plus, and we're going to go, okay, we need this. So we're going to go ahead and get the A pose bug fix. So basically, instead of a T pose, most characters will do an A-frame pose if they're not given a specific animation to run. And the game gets a little wonky occasionally when it first starts because characters aren't animating, they're just standing there. So they will all go to A-frame pose and then they'll go about doing their business. This more or less fixes that. So, alright, we're going to come over here. Go. We'll put it above. We'll put it below weapons. Animation. That's not at all what that word. Animations. There we go. Alright, so now we've got a spot for animations. Go ahead. This needs, the requirement is the address library, so we can put it under that. Download. Oh, and if you want to get rid of a bunch of these, if like all the installed stuff is starting to fill up and drive you nuts, you can right click and you can delete the installed folders, which I would recommend against unless you're just trying to save space. But you can also say hide installed, and it'll let you know that these will not uninstall them, but it will just hide them from here. That's fine. That's what we want. Okay, so now we've got the A pose. We drop it up here. Say yes. Turn it on. Okay, so we've got that now. So now we're going back to Pandora. We've got the requirements filled in, but we're going to go ahead and get the newest one, which was updated the end of last year. And download it, and this one will take a little bit. So while we're doing that, we've gotten all the requirements here now. We're going to go ahead and start this download. We have all of the requirements that we need. So now that's going to download as well. So now what we're going to need to do is for any thing that's going to create a file, we want an output. So we're going to create an empty mod above, and we're going to follow our thing that we're doing. So we'll say Pandora dash output. Okay. Good there. Okay. Man, I cannot type today. There we go. All right. Pandora output. Turn that on. So now it's a real thing. No valid game data, which as it should. We're going to put Pandora in animations. That's what we want to do. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our animated potions in there as well. We're going to turn that on. Okay, so the animations are in there. This is the behavior engine to turn them on. So now what we want to do is we want to go edit, and we're going to add a new executable, just like we were doing before. From file, come back here. Go to mods, Pandora Behaviour Engine, and we're going to select the executable. If I remember right, we want this in base game data. Okay, good, good, good. So we're going to apply, we're going to OK. And what we're going to do is right here, where it says shortcut, we're going to move it to the toolbar. So boom. Now we've got that right there. So we don't have to keep changing this back and forth. So when we push this button, we did everything right. Okay. So here's what we've got. It's saying everything's okay. To paths, game. Make sure that this is the right. This is all jacked up. All right. So there are two things you want to do. The paths, the game. This is where your game is. So we're going to come down here. We're going to base game. There we go. So we got it. And then the other path is the output. And now we're going to go to mods, Pandora output. Select folder. So now when we generate these, they're going to go from where we are into that output folder. And that's it, we're done. So there were two animations that were added. That's it. And now we close that out. Now, if we've done everything right, we run the game, and then when we drink a potion, that animation will play. So let's pop in and see. So what we've got right now, just to refresh a little, is that we've got the SKSE, the Skyrim script extender, that has extended it and is now saying, hey, you have more access to stuff right now, so here we go. And then it's telling Skyrim now has more information that it can use, and the scripts can use it. So what we've just done is we've now extended the behavior file as well, where it can say, hey, when you drink a potion, play this animation. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game because it's kind of always good form.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll let you know.
gonna steal a potion of regeneration. And there we go. Mission accomplished. So now we've got an animation in there. So basically what we had to do is we had to change the behavior file, let the behavior know that this animation existed. The animation fired off when we did the thing that it was told to do. There's another way to do it, which is the next way that we move to, which is this one, which is called Open Animation Replacer. There was another one before this, but this is the more updated version that's backwards compatible with that one. So this is the one that I am currently using. So we've got the, if you're not using the experimental settings, okay. So looking at requirements, we've got the address, okay. We need the animation Q fix. The paired animation improvements. So for this one, requirements, we need the script extender and the, okay, we've already got those. Go ahead and download that. And the paired animation, and we've already got that. Go with one. All right, and depending on how organized you want this, you could put these, because these do actually modify the SKSE, you can put them up there. Or you can put them down here for the animations, which is what they actually fix. It's up to you. If I'm making a mod list to keep long term, I will put them up here. While I'm testing, I put them where they affect the mods. Okay, so we've got that and offsite the latest. Yep. More than likely you will have that if you've installed any of the games prior. So we're going to download Open Animation Replacer. Receives Sting. Huh, that was a new thing. Okay, so the good thing is that the Open Animation Replacer does not require almost anything, really. So what the Open Animation Replacer does is it basically just says, hey, what's going on? So, all right, let's check in, see where we are. So we've recapped, gone over animation and behaviors. I've explained it poorly. The different animations, the output files, we created that. We've got the Open Animation Replacer, Verolevi? I am not sure how to pronounce it. Probably should have figured that out. But they are a mod author that has created a bunch of different animations. And one of the coolest things that they have created is what's called conditional armor. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And conditional armor type animations. So basically what this does is it changes your animation depending on what you are wearing. So if we scroll down here, they've got the simplest way. You download the Vanguard animations, which is for light armor, the Leviathan, which is for heavy armor, for the runway walk animation, for the robes, clothes, or naked. And then for non-armored mages, robes and clothes, you can get the Goetia, I think that's how that's pronounced, animations. Basically what this does is it allows for the animations of the character to change depending on what armor they're wearing. And there's also a way to do it through the actual folders of where the animations get placed. But we can just do it the normal way. So we're going to download conditional armor animations. Boo. And missed it. So here's basically the idea, is that your heavy armor is going to look like that, your light armor is going to look like that, and no armor is going to look a little different. So it's one of those things where you would think this would not matter, but it's actually one of the things that I've absolutely fallen in love with, the different way that because it will also it just changes the feel of it. When your character or NPCs, okay, you can also set it for NPCs. It makes it so that the characters walking around in heavy armor move a little differently. So okay, so here we go. We've got that in there, and now we're just going to go ahead and get all of. And this will take a bit. And this is the one that that we're looking for right here. We're going to get the conditional armor type animations add-on. Oh, so they are awesome about doing this. They label when these are superseded. So these are the Vanguard animations, the original link. This is 2, Vanguard animation 2. So this is the more updated one. And all of these have one of these. And they were nice enough to leave the old ones up for people who need compatibility, but also to put a link to the new one so that easier work with. If there is one place where improving your game will make me appreciate it more, it is the animations. Because if the animations are looking awesome, then that just makes everything else that much better. If your voice acting is good, but your animation is iffy, then it creates a disconnect in my brain. It's a me thing, and I know it is. But it's also one of those things of like when the graphics look fine and then the animation looks bad, I can't do it. So it's also one of the reasons why I went this route in this tutorial, is to get the animations looking good, so that then it turns into, okay, well now the animations look good. Now what does the character look like? And there are a bunch of ways to go from here. But see, now we're using the open media thing. So the cool thing is that what we just did, all the animations that we just added, they don't need this. There will be a bunch where you will, and a lot of it's thank you. I forgot that happens. All right, so we've got all these in here, and we're basically going to, oh, got a warning. What does it mean? There are files in your overwrite directory. Okay, alright. We've got overwrite. Pandora engine. We'll just leave it alone for now. The good thing is that this is a warning. It doesn't really... It could or could not do anything at all. Which is the fun part. Oh, I'm gonna have to go buy stuff. Oh well. Alright, so there it is. See the loading animations? So we just loaded 83 animations. Which means that now our character will walk a little differently. I am not going to open up the menu. But our character will walk a little different depending on what armor we are wearing. Right now we're wearing clothes. Oh, Solitude, where is the armor smith?
They can't hurt Uncle Rogbeer. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions. As far you need to go.
Maddox.
Get on with it!
Bits and pieces?
Viren said you got here just... Some might call this junk. Me? I call them treasures.
All them treasures. Armor. Okay. We don't have enough right now. Alright.
Come back.
Player add item F4000.
Bits and pieces anytime. Huh. Take a look.
Some heavy armor. Why are you selling light armor?
Make sure to recommend us to your associates.
Alright. We've got... This is just wearing clothes. Let's see what we look like wearing...
Welcome.
Yeah, there's a
Look
little
around.
shift
We've got everything
of the
you want in
animation.
life. At least, that's what Viren always tells me.
There you go. So now you know how to add a bunch of different animations and how they all work. So we've gone over the animations and behaviors, how they were originally, the behaviors were needed to be changed, the engines that'll do that, adding the output files for the behavior engines to add. We went over Verolevi? Man, that's going to bug me. And them designing the conditional armor type animations, open animation replacer, and that's where we are for here. So the next time we are going to move into trying to make the characters more modern. We'll try not to mess anything up too bad, but we're going to end up in some really weird spots as far as things I will have to censor because one of the mods just straight up can make people naked. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you very much for watching, and as always, play on.